Beautiful people, welcome to the channel. I am Sasha. I react to and report on celebrity news, gossip, and reality TV. Now let's get into it. So now Judge Greg Mathis is weighing in on Diddy's current situation, and he feels that the fact that he was denied bond is unfair. I'm not sure if he's up on the whole case, and he knows that Diddy has been accused of witness tampering twice, not once but twice. But yeah, that's his opinion, and he's entitled to it. He's a judge. I get it. He studied the law, but I don't think you can tamper with witnesses and get a bond. I'm just saying. And so I guess people are feeling more comfortable with coming out with supporting Diddy since he was only convicted of two of the lesser charges. You got Funk Flex doing what he does. He comes out and accuses Cassie of planning a, quote, lick. Says he doesn't see her as a victim after the Diddy trial. He says, you was just young, Diddy made bad choices, and you made bad choices. When do you plan to teach girls not to make the same mistakes you made? Wow. Now, I saw this over on the neighborhood talk, and the people let him know exactly what they thought about his comments in the comments. One person says that Flex is known for ABing women. Please pay attention. Another person says, and just because he was found not guilty don't mean that he is not guilty. Another person says, I feel bad for their daughters. I caught Claudia Jordan's comment. She says, I'm glad all these Diddy glazers are coming out of the closet now, because we know who to stay the F away from. It's disgusting. They were silent the whole trial, and now they're twerking for his victory. And I 100% agree with that. I feel bad for the girls who are being raised by people who think that what happened yesterday is okay. I get it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it's a sad day for women when it becomes okay by the majority, meaning the black community, for women to experience such violence under a so-called relationship. And then for people to blame a 19-year-old woman, girl, whatever you want to call Cassie at that time. She was 19. And I believe that Diddy's twins just turned 18. So 1 year older than those two girls that you guys claim are his babies. So it's okay for a man twice the age of a 19-year-old to come into her life, disrupt it, get her addicted, and everything else. Please, something is really wrong with y'all. I don't understand why y'all having such a hard time with this. On a lighter note, is Funk Flex and Funky Dineva related? They kind of, sort of look like the same person to me around the eyes. What y'all think? And some of the usual suspects are chiming in. DJ Vlad says Cassie is guilty of the same charges that Diddy was just convicted of. You know, they're playing the blame game with Cassie because she was smart enough to sue him and get something out of this. You know, victims come forward every day, and look what happens when they do. They get criticized, they get bullied, they get treated as if what took place was their fault. And so I get it. If you have the opportunity to go after somebody civilly who hurt you and you don't think that they're going to pay for that crime that was committed against you, sue their asses and deal with the backlash later. Period. And djakademiks' response was just too vile to repeat. These men, these so-called men that are a part of social media, they have to be stopped. The academics and the DJ Vlads and the Funk Flexes of the world are not good for women's mental health. And so, what a coincidence that Gina Hun comes out on the day when bail is being decided for Diddy. Now, TMZ approached her in Las Vegas, Nevada, at a Whole Foods, and asked her whether she was afraid for her safety. And she replied no. And she also said that he never did anything dangerous to her and she's not scared. Which I call bullshit on, because Gina, if you remember, is the one who got this ball rolling in the first place. That interview she did with Tasha K dates back 6 years ago. And the only reason why people are not attacking her is because she tried to take it all back. She was listed in this case as victim number 3. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if Diddy got to her. I don't know if she took a payout behind the scenes. But honey, let me tell you, I don't think that was smart. I think that we all need to be praying for you, little missy, since this verdict came out the way that it did. And I'm not wishing nothing bad on nobody. But honey, please be safe, have security, and all of that. Because you, my dear, was the one that got this ball rolling, not Cassie. Now, Cassie might be taking all of the flack, catching all the strays, but you were the one that sat with Tasha K, not Cassie. So I guess now Diddy can be compared to YNW Melly, and the fact that his retrial has been delayed. Melly is stuck behind bars for even longer. Now, the trial was set to begin in September. The prosecution is asking that it be postponed, and a hearing has been scheduled for July 9th to discuss the start date of the retrial. So now the Florida rapper is accused of taking out 2 of his closest friends, Christopher YNW Juvie Thomas and Anthony YNW Sack Chaser Williams in Miramar back in 2018. Prosecutors allege that he not only did the job himself, but also staged the scene to look like a drive-by afterwards. His other buddy, YNW Bortland, is also set to face trial. Now, Nelly has been in custody since 2019, and his first trial back in 2023 ended in a mistrial. If found guilty, the prosecution says it will seek penalty. Of course, now, if you've been keeping up with the case, then you know YNW Melly has denied all charges against him. So now I want to move on and talk about Hernandez Govan, whose trial has been postponed again from July the 28th to August the 18th. Now, in case you're not familiar with Govan, he is the man who is accused of orchestrating the demise of young Dolph. Now, he is also accused of taking out Yo Gotti's brother, who went by Big Jook. And according to the 2 that have already been convicted for young Dolph's demise, Big Jook is the person who offered the crew $100,000 to take out young Dolph in the first place. Now, Govan rejected the plea deal back on December the 13th and was charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first degree, among other charges. Justin Johnson was found guilty because he was seen on video, weapon in hand, pulling up to the cookie shop, blazing in the direction of young Dolph. Now, Justin is an idiot. He got his brother and his cousin involved in this. Justin's brother Jamarcus ended up pleading guilty to being involved. He was one of the people that gave some info over in this case. And there was another family member, Shondell Barnett, who is also their cousin. He was being pursued as an accessory after the fact, but the DA's office decided not to go after him. I guess they felt his part wasn't serious enough. Now, that's Justin Johnson to the right with the glasses on. But the best part of the story belongs to the man in the middle. His name is Cornelius Smith. Now, Cornelius is the gentleman that's in the video firing the most shots. And we know this because that's what his statement was in court. He told everything. Now, rumors have been swirling since Dolph was taken out that fateful day back in November of 2021, a lot of folks in Memphis said that Yo Gotti is involved in this, not just his brother. I'm not saying it, but a lot of folks in Memphis are saying that. But what do you think about all this? Hernandez Govan, since he was first arrested, he stayed out longer than the other people involved. They say he has family members that were police or linked to the police. I don't know, just repeating what I heard. They say Govan has been getting preferential treatment since this whole thing started, that he was left out on bond for a long period of time, allowed to be involved in almost as if they were allowing him to clean up some of the mess he created before he had to face his trial. I don't know, rumors are swirling all over YouTube. There are plenty of videos from people who know way more about this that live in Memphis. But what do you think about Govan, the mastermind, still waiting to be tried? The two in the video already been convicted. One turned on everybody and told everything, and the other convicted. And Govan's still waiting on his day. Do you think more people are involved in this? Like other people, like they say, it's a lot of rumors and innuendos surrounding this case. Are you familiar with this case? If so, I would love to hear what you have to say. Comment down below.